All right, fantastic. Welcome, 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 everybody. It is so great to see you here today. It is Saturday, October 26th, noon p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever time it happens to be where you are because you are watching us right now. Welcome to the AMA's Ask Me Anything with Robert Hollis, except Robert is away for us this week. He is in Dubai celebrating some great things that are happening with My Daily Choice and Akashics and all of the things surrounding that. So thank you very much. Jerome, I sent the Zoom link in the telegrams and in the emails, so you should have it there. Just want to say thank you so very much for joining us and taking time out of your busy schedule. It is a happy new day. Thank you so very much, Melody. And a couple of things before we get started, where you get to ask, I guess, in this case, me anything, and I will do my best to answer in the best way I possibly can. First of all, thank you so very, very much. We have 12,861 subscribers, and it's all because of each and every one of you sharing what we have to share with others and getting people with ears to hear to join us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you very, very much. And in the last 28 days, we have had an increase in subscribership, 3,747 subscribers. It's because of you. So bless you and thank you. And one other thing before we kind of open it up, if you want to chat, you can go ahead and put questions in the chat and, we'll respond appropriately, whether you're watching us on YouTube or here in Zoom, or you can go ahead and raise your hand and participate with us directly, and we will call on you and you'll join us here on screen. That way is very simple. You put your cursor on the middle of the screen where you see my face. If you want to poke me in the nose with that cursor, go right ahead. Ooh, ow. Okay, fine. I got it. Go ahead, and on the bottom, you'll see a bunch of buttons, one of which is raise hand. Click the raise hand, and I will call on you, and we'll chat, and maybe involve a few other people as well. So, as we go ahead, and thank you very much, Melody, for the boop. I appreciate that. Let's see who's with us today. Arthur Wainio, Daniel Van Zyl, Jerome Marshall, Kai Au, Karen Owens, Lisa Marie Cook, Melody Ryba. Those are the ones whose names I currently see. That doesn't necessarily mean you're not here with us. We wish you were, or we are glad that you are watching us if you're watching us on YouTube. So with that being said, one final thing before we start chatting a little bit more. I always like to open up with a saying. And I found this one. Thank you to Jim Williamson, one of our members in the Trade Stars group. And if you want to join Trade Stars, it's a great group. Go to Facebook and look for Trade Stars. We'd love to have you involved. Of course, a lot of what we're doing involves the Akashics community and trading, but that doesn't mean that you can't be a part of it because we also do other things with our group. But Jim Williamson was very nice about sharing this, and I asked if I could. He said, yes. I like this, and hopefully you do too. Never be a prisoner of your past. It was just a lesson, not a life sentence. Something to think about. So let's go ahead, open it up, and see how we are doing. I know a lot of things have been going on this last week when it has come to the Akashics community. Particularly as it relates to Dubai. For those of you who do not know right now, the Dubai event is taking place, and supposedly there are updates taking place. In fact, I do know that it looks like on Sunday, I believe, they will be doing a major update, at which point in time we will have a new version of the Akashics app. And now, I'm not quite sure of the updates, and maybe Arthur, you can kind of help me in just a moment. But I think one of the updates happens to be in being involved with the tap to trades and making it a little bit more user friendly. Now, I'm not saying that it's not user friendly because you can always set the lot size and you can always opt out from the trade as it is currently in progress, but maybe making it a little more flexible is what my understanding is. So that's one of the big things that is coming up, as well as, Robert is over there. He's already shown us some pictures. If you're following Robert Hollis on Facebook, he just incredible things going on over there, and we're just excited to hear about that. Plus, since he wasn't here with us last week, we know that next week when he's with us, I'm assuming he'll be with us next week, that we're going to get quite an update of the Dallas event as well as this Dubai event that is taking place right now. So lots of things going on. Several people this month have already, at least as we're wrapping up the month, have gotten their stage 1 certifications and are working on their stage 2. Several have already gotten their stage 2. I'm going to honestly say for me, I'm that close. Had a little problem with my computer and setting it up after passing stage 1, but everything's all set. And I'm looking forward to when everyone comes back to Dubai, that'll be we'll be in gear and ready to pass stage 2. Kind of like what Arthur has done. Arthur has been an incredible value, an incredible mentor in everything that is going on with Akashics right now. And Arthur, thank you so very much. If I can just bring you on board for just a few minutes, I am just literally grateful that you are part of this family and this team, and just with what you've been able to share with everybody about Akashics, because you have really taken this to heart.
Yeah. So can you hear me?
Yes, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just trying to, I don't know, it just seems like I paved the way for a lot of people. Uh, I mean, I was telling a couple people that I wasn't told that there was a glass ceiling or what my limits were supposed to be when I started. Um, I didn't know what the limits were, so that's why I just went for it.
Isn't I think Robert likes to call that ignorance on fire.
It is, and I was looking up last night because me and a friend are starting to read this book, Trading the Trends, and I sent him this screenshot last night. It said, I just asked Google, is making 1% a day or 1% a day trading good? And it said making 1% per day consistently through day trading is extremely difficult, risky, and not practical. Achieving a consistent 1% daily return through any trading or investment strategy is extremely challenging and involves high risk level. And I didn't have that limit put in my head.
Hmm. I don't think that's a limit. Now, do you know when that book was made?
That wasn't from the book, that was just from Google.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think
So
go ahead, go ahead.
so I think that since we have seasoned traders and people that are in Akashics and we have the tools in Akashics, it kind of gives us an edge and it gives us the ability to beat the odds, to make more than 1%. So I think that is one of the keys. Uh, Another key is that, I don't have to spend my time wondering and charting, doing the charts and stuff when we have the educators doing that because they do that and then they send the trade alerts or the tap to trades. So you're leveraging your time when you're using the Akashics platform uh, based on the knowledge of the educators.
I
So,
think I agree. I think that's what makes it a lot easier. I'm not saying that trading is an easy thing either, because it is a risk, and I want to make it clear to anybody who's watching that it's money involved. It's your money involved, and it is a risky business. It's a lot like anything else out there. There's no guarantee, but if you follow the people that are documented, that have been around, that have been doing this for years and years, then yes, you have a better chance of succeeding than not. And so I kind of agree with what you're saying there, Arthur, because these people have been around, they've been successful, they've, as Robert likes to say, they've made the mistakes. They've made the mistakes of doing things, so they know what not to do. So that gives us, as students of this new, was it course, class, however you want to put it, a better advantage than those who are just going into it blind, which probably Google is using as their, I guess, default, not really 1%.
Well, it also says in there that most people that try day trading, they're out of day trading after a month or two.
Hmm.
And it also says that most people that do day trading, they eventually lose in the long run. They have some wins, they have some losses, but in the long run, they lose more than they win.
Yeah,
So this having the educators and the training, the academy, the scanners, all that stuff combined with the tap to trade and the trade alerts, that gives us the edge over the normal population out there trying to do it on their own, watching YouTube videos.
agreed. And you got to admit, it's a great community because everybody's looking out after each other. I mean, yes, there's a lot of
Mhm.
people. We look at the Telegram channel, for example, that are complaining about this, that, and the other. And do you want it to be a quick fix? Yes. Do you want it? I think I said something on the channel too. It's like, do you want it to be in the green? Always. Are there going to be some reds? Yes. So you got to accept that, and you got to, as Joel Arias, who is one of the great Akashic educators, likes to say, is you got to balance what you feel you are comfortable with. And he even teaches us in a conservative way to do, what is it, lot sizes that are maybe not extravagant, but if you build it in the long run, slowly but surely you will have success.
hmm And he does have I feel like he has the most conservative plan. The master plan is the most conservative one. Um, and I still think that all the new people should start with the master plan, pass their challenge with the master plan, and I think that they should start their new funded account with the master plan. Because what that does, if you use the master plan and you follow that and you pass your challenge, you would probably take anywhere from 400 to 500 trades. It would build consistency within you, patience, risk management, and it will get your mindset right because you're going to have some losses along the way to not take those losses so personal and get so like anxious over the trades that you are taking. So I think it's a good step for all the new people. They should do that. It's just to learn how to actually take the trades and do the trading, the activity of trading itself. I mean, people have asked me, what trading plan are you doing of his? And I always tell them I started with the master plan.
Hmm.
When my account became funded, I did the master plan. And I did that until I had enough funds and cushion in there to switch over to the flash plan, which he created. The flash plan, you're using a bit larger lot sizes, so you're taking a bit more risk. Just you just have to know that you're taking a little bit more risk when you're using the flash plan. So I wouldn't suggest new people doing that because if you have a loss, you're gonna some of these trades you're gonna lose like $1,000 or $500, $800, and it seems like a pretty huge loss to somebody who has a $50,000 account.
Yeah, I know I have a $25,000 account and it started off, and this is the other thing too. It started going down. I think it was down maybe about $800 before I realized, you know what? I think I need to follow what Joel is sharing with us. Take his advice. And I'm going to be honest. And, I know Joel is one of our big educators that we follow. I've actually passed my stage one and I'm halfway into stage two. Now, I'm going to also say that I had a very bad loss on my stage two one time. I was halfway there, and then all of a sudden, I lost almost half of it in one of the tap to trades. Now, granted, I do have a high lot size, but because I believe it was Brent's lot size on what Joel is sharing. But you know what? that was one loss. And I was also ahead of the game. And the one thing I love about the way that Joel teaches us is that if you're doing the master plan, and even if you're not doing the master plan, the things to think about is when you're doing that, with the master plan, he shows you how to do the trades when you're in a negative balance, meaning like in the case you started what, with the 50?
My first two challenges were 50K challenges. My
Okay.
third one was 100,000,
Right.
which is what I have now.
Awesome. And the thing is like when you started with your 50, okay, then you can mitigate your losses. If you're at 49,995, that's considered negative according to what Joel is. But if you have $50,005, that's considered positive. So you play that, or you use his techniques that he has for in the master trading plan, positive or negative, and you go from there. If you get to the negative, then whoa, back off. You got to switch over, especially if you're in the positive. Mm-hmm. But if you're in the positive, you keep going. And the other thing too is you got to keep learning. I have been watching a couple of the videos that Joel has shared over and over again, and I'm still trying to understand, in my opinion, what is it? The upside down head and shoulders, the W, the cup and handle. But the beauty of that is that he has all of that on the Akashics app and platform in the session replays. Now, what I've done is I've posted here in the chats in both YouTube and on Zoom the Passing the Challenge to Profit with Joel Arias. It's a playlist that we've put together, as well as Learning from the Experts, his most recent video with Joel and Robert that took place a little while ago on October 22nd, right before the Dubai event. And all of that information is giving us a great foundation for learning how to do trading and learning to do it in the proper way. Now, let me caveat this. Joel is pretty much exclusively on gold trading. So gold to US dollar, I believe. So that's Joel. There are other traders in this community that do pairs of foreign exchanges, that do cryptocurrency. So if you're into those other items, you can follow those people. But there are many of us in our group, in our Trade Stars group, that are following Joel because of his successes, and he is affiliated with gold. So just these are things to look at when you're considering how you are trading, how you're going to do your trading, what you are going to do with your trading. And again, I'm going to say it over and over again. It is a risk. There is no guarantee. But if you are conservative and you mitigate how you set up your trades, in the long run, you're going to make a win. And you've shown that, Arthur. I'm just curious, what is your, if I may ask, what is your most recent accounting and accountability to date of profits you've taken from your challenges?
I am currently sitting at a 32% growth on my fund. So I'm sitting at number one on the TradeX Mastery leaderboard out of 5,000 traders. I have, and that's after taking out, doing a $10,000 withdrawal. So in total, since September 9th is when I got my funded account. So it's almost been 2 months. If I look in my trade locker, it says that I've made, let's see, for my all time. And this calculates when you're looking at what you've made all time. Uh, it's factoring in some of the money that went to TradeX. So
Mm-hmm.
all of that money didn't go to me, but it says that I've made since September 9th, $46,373
Wow,
in less than 2 months.
that's
And
amazing.
I got another week or a week and a half until I reach my full 2 months. So we'll see about getting it up over 50,000.
That congratulations, Arthur, and I love the shirt that you're wearing too because
Thanks.
I'd rather be trading. So, but I mean, this is where, and again, even doing this stuff is risky. And again, I'm going to say it over and over again in certain things because, yes, you're making very good money. Can you lose that money? Because you've had a
I
couple of
did.
bad days.
Yeah, I mean, this last week, on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, gold decided to take a dive all the way down. Um, and it says that let's see, 20, I lost $2,600, overlooked $2,600 on one trade, another loss of $2,300, and another one of $414. So over $5,000 that I lost on Tuesday. So
Yep.
that's what one, two, it's a $5,300 loss on Tuesday is what I had.
Mm-hmm.
But on that day, on that particular day, I was already up that morning. I woke up that morning ready for the New York session. I was already at a $2,900 profit. So my drawdown was over what I started with because you have the Asian market when the market opens. Then you have the
Right.
London market, which I traded in both of those. And then so when the New York session started, I was already up $2,900. And then the New York session started, and then gold took a dive, so I lost $5,300 for that day. But here's the thing about the drawdown and how to kind of play with it, and what I do is if I do have wins from the Asian market and the London market, I will take a little bit more risk during the New York session because my drawdown is greater.
Mm-hmm.
I Right now I'm sitting at what am I sitting at? Let's see here. I'm sitting at a $6,600 drawdown, meaning that I can't, if I go over that, I'll lose my account.
Right.
So if I have wins for the day, say I'm up like $2,900 or $2,000 for the day and the New York session is starting, now instead of a $6,600 drawdown, I have an $8,800 or $8,600 drawdown. So I have a little bit more room to play with to take a little bit larger lot sizes on these trades during the New York session. Hopefully they don't hit stop losses and they just become winners. But I have the room there, the spread to have the drawdown to go down in case it goes all the way down close to the stop loss.
Sure.
Or even if it hits the stop loss,
You
on
still have a
my
little breathing room because of how you started and how
yeah,
you ended
my
because it counts on the day, right?
yeah, so my account is still safe. It's not in any jeopardy of me losing my account. I keep track of all that every day. I'm looking at that when I'm taking the trades. Sometimes Joel's trades, when they do go negative, like on Thursday, I took three trades and gold didn't go back up to where it should have. It just hovered around the 27.25 area, 27.30 area. It didn't go back up. So I held on to those trades from Thursday morning all the way through Thursday night, the London session, Friday
Yep.
morning, and then it's getting close to closing, and gold is finally getting kind of close up there. So I was able to close two of the trades out, and I closed the other one out for a loss. But what it did is, since I took those trades on early Thursday morning when gold was up higher, uh, it prevented me from opening up new trades when Joel was throwing out trade alerts down at around 25.18, 25.20. I couldn't take those trades because I already had three open, and it would expose my risk too much and jeopardize my account. So I had to sit out on all those trades and
Right.
wait. I had to sit there and wait and watch the pain of everybody saying, "Oh, I won, I won, I won." So I had to sit there and wait.
And this is all the thing about doing the trading too is learning patience because like you said, I think I remember one of the tap to trades which actually netted a very nice profit, at least for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people. It went almost 2 days. It was a tap to trade and it was going up and down, and it did a really low. It went down pretty far, like I think a lot of points. I don't know, because here's the thing: is it's relative. What I have on my tap to trade will be different than what Arthur has because he's got a higher account. So if Arthur and I are using the same lot size, his amounts are going to be different than my amount. But in general, it's like you got to be patient. And this is where a lot of people with our 8-second attention spans have a hard time with, because they want it now. And of
Well,
course, we want it now.
and also you have to get used to and take your emotions out of the trade. You have to be willing to let the trade run, and if it hits the stop loss, be okay with that.
Yeah.
Uh, Too many people want to get out of the trade because it's in the negative, down, because gold went down $10 or $12, and it's like $1 or $2 away from their stop loss, and they want to like close the trade out. It's like, why are you closing the trade out if you're that close? Just let it run. How many times the trade has gone down really close to my stop loss and then shot right back up?
Oh, yeah. By the way, before we continue, I just want to say, because I noticed she was going to apparently leave, Jody Falcon, thank you so very much for the donation in the super chat on YouTube. Jody donated, and we appreciate her. All the donations will go to the foundations and organizations that Robert supports, the orphanages. So if you're on YouTube and you want to donate to those organizations, click the $sign below the chat. It's a $sign in a square, and then donate, and that money will go to those organizations. Thank you so very much, Jody. Appreciate you, and love and appreciate you. But yeah, you're right, Arthur. It's like, you've got to understand, especially if you're that far down and you're that close, you might as well just let it ride. And I know Scott McAvoy says, it's okay. What was that? Oh, I've learned not to get out too soon. Patience and discipline when trading. I agree. You got to have that. Okay. Anything else you want to share? Because I see we have Jerome Marshall and John Tier with their hands up. I don't know if they have questions directly to you, but we'll see how things go on that.
You can get to the questions. If I have something else, I'll bring it up, I guess.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, Daniel, that's a very good point. I'm going to say that you already paid for the trade as it relates, aka the stop loss. So you might as well go for it if you're that far down. So, because it could benefit you. It could go back up, and then maybe even, and Joel has done this a couple of times where he just doesn't even feel that it's going to reach the take profit. He'll kill it like right in the middle because he sees something that maybe we don't. So anyways, all right, let's go ahead and move right along, and hang on, if you will, Arthur. I've got Jerome Marshall. I got Kai's hand up, but John Tier, your hand went up first. So I am going to bring you on board, and go ahead, unmute yourself, and please share with us.
All right. Can you hear me?
We got you.
All right. I'm on my phone today, so didn't know how it's going to work out. It's the first time
So far, so good.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Arthur, congratulations, man. Yeah, you actually have helped me a whole lot. And there was a time, I think it was around October 10th, where I had just gotten so frustrated with this trading thing that I just kind of threw it to the side and said, man, I think that happened like on a Thursday, something like that. And then by the time the weekend had come around, I said, you know what? I am just going to not trade, and I'm going in here to just study these videos. And so that's what I did for almost probably a week. I just didn't really take anything. I was just like, I just need to learn. I need to learn. Apparently, I'm missing something. And 10/10, my account was at 47 something. And now, because I took the time to really start learning, it is now up to 50,000, 561. And so here's the thing. It was like 50,900 something. And I took like a $400 loss on one of the last trades. I think that might've been on a Thursday. And I just kind of laughed about it. I was like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. I get back. I know what I can do to get back into the trade. I don't chase my losses. Hey, it's a bad day. We'll let it go. And it'll start again the next day. And my emotions become very even keeled about it because I've seen the trade go way down and then pop way back up. But I did notice in Joel's trading style is that he puts his stop loss low enough so it almost never hits stop loss because he has it down so low as compared to what I have seen with other traders. And I said, well, that makes a lot of sense because it does go down to a certain spot, but then it'll pop back up. And if it does go to a stop loss, it just does what it does. And next thing you do, you just got to get back in it. But I've been using the flash trading plan. I love that plan because I did start with the master plan, and I was sitting there all day long, and my eyes getting big, eyes getting big, and then going,
Yeah.
"What are you doing? Stop going down there. Go up, run!" I said, "Run!"
John, every now and then I find myself going, all right, come on, let's go.
Right. Rise! I said rise. But with the flash trading plan, once I realized, I'll just how many times because Joe really explained. He said, "Well, how many times do we hit TP1, TP2? 80 to 90% of the time you're hitting TP1, TP2." So I just started using the flash trading plan, and then with my TTTs, I did cut my lot size in half. And as things began to grow, then I started pushing it up a little bit, pushing it up a little bit. And then one day, I think it was at my lot size was at 49, and I only had a few seconds left because sometimes the trades come in. Most of the time when I get the trades, to tap the trades when they came in, I only have a minute and a half to take it. And then sometimes it's even less than that. So I have to make a decision very fast. And for the last couple of times, I've left it at the 49 and it's just gone and growing. Now it's like, 50 lot size, 0.5 or 0.5. So I'm enjoying the ride now as opposed to when I first got started because I realized that, if it doesn't win today, it can win tomorrow. If you miss this trade, maybe later on you get a better trade. That's just how it is. Sometimes when I come in on a trade, sometimes I get in a trade, and that's something I learned from Arthur. I'll get it in at a better price when I'm putting in the numbers. And sometimes you can put the numbers in, you could see Joel will call a trade, and by the time I get to it, it has gone down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm able to get in even at a better price at that particular point. Thank you, Arthur. I learned that from him, and then getting more pips. So I'm enjoying this. And last thing I'll say is on Friday, when I got that notice that hey, market's gonna be closing in 3 hours, I had got in the trade a little bit late, and I had put it for TP2, the second take profit. Normally I'd do one, but I said, well, I'm going to stretch it out a little bit and do two. And that two was at 27.49. And I'm looking at the time pass. And it's going. And I'm saying, man. But because I have done the master trading plan, I knew how to go in there. So what I did is I made an adjustment. I said, well, you know what? I'm going to move my take profit down from the 27.49 to 27.46 is what I went to. And I watched it, and I said, man, I had my alarm go off at 3:50. I said, at 3:50, if it hasn't hit it, I'm just going to close it out. I mean, I was in the green, but I said, I'll just wait. And 3:50 hit, and I was just about to close it out, and it hit, take profit too, and it closed out. I said, man, okay, that was cool because I learned how to move it around. And I said, well, now I'm just going to watch it to see if it goes to 27.49 before it closed. And it didn't. It ended up being I think it's 27.47 is when the market shut down. Because as soon as it hit, then all of a sudden, 3 minutes later, the market shut down. I was like, wow. Thank you, guys.
The buy ended at 27.47, but the sell, it was a lot lower than that. You can go on Trade Locker and see it there. It creates this gap.
Yeah.
When it gets close to closing time. So if you sell your trade, it's way down here, but the buy is way up here at 27.47. The sell is right here, but you'd make profit on the sell.
Yeah. I made profit on the buy too. Yeah. Yep. So no, it was
Congratulations.
yeah, it's interesting to watch. And like you were saying, the thing that now I really want to understand is actually the patterns to be able to see the W's and the M's and the inverted shoulders. That's something I'm still trying to work on and really figure out what does that look like? Because sometimes it's just like a bunch of squiggly lines to me. You know?
And you look at it and you think, okay, now where's Joel coming up with how can he see the cup? How can he see the
Yeah,
inverted head and shoulders? I mean, yes, once he points it out, but
right.
sometimes, like the new cup and handle one that he's sharing with us, I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, I kind of see it now. But this is because he has 8 years of experience doing this.
right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's all for me, man. That's all I wanted to say.
Sweet. Well, congratulations on your successes, John, and keep it going, dude. Keep it going.
Yeah.
I would say still use proper risk management on his trade alerts. I would still do less than what's recommended. On the new app, it's supposed to come out with a certain percentage that I think it's supposed to be like set like you could set like a default when the app comes out. Instead of like 1%, you can set it at like 40%. So every time you open up tap to trade, it'll be at a 40% risk. I think that from the screenshots that I've seen, I think that's what the way it's set up is that you'll be able to set a certain percentage and that it'll stay there whenever a tap to trade comes in.
Hmm.
It'll be
That, is that,
interesting to
is that
see.
now that's more than what we're risking now?
No, right now, when tap to trade comes, it's risking 1% of your account,
Right,
which is a lot. Um, Especially it can mean some huge losses. I mean, Joel isn't 100% on tap to trades. He's I think currently at 84%, but he will fluctuate anywhere from 80 to 84%. So 20 to 25% of the time he's going to lose.
right,
So, you have to, if your lot sizes and if you're not staying consistent with those on some of those losses, they could be huge. And then you go for a small lot size on the next one, you're just going to take a while to regain those losses
right,
that you had. But if you stay consistent along the way, it'll be much better for you. Like if you're using the flash plan, use the same lot size that you're using on the flash plan with the tap to trades because he's using the flash plan as well for his tap to
right.
trades. So use the same lot size.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. Thank you very, very much. And if you want to learn about the Flash plan, then I posted the video in the chat. Learn from the experts with Robert and Joel Arias, dated October 22nd. That's the most recent one. And the link is in the chats. Look at those. Joel actually talks about those and how to use them with graphics. He gives you examples. Follow the leader. He is documented. Documentation beats conversation. That's why we are winning, because we should be following the people with the plan.
Yeah, I mean, I grew my account from last Friday in Dallas in my head when I was meeting everybody. I was like, I want to grow my account to $130,000 by next week. I was at 123,000 last Friday. So within a week, I grew my account 9%.
And that's following the right way, the certain
Yes.
way, the documented way.
Arthur, that's exactly where I'm headed towards, where I can like trade on demand. When I say, okay, I want to make this amount of money, what lot size do I need to use? How many pips do I need to use? How many pips should I go for? That's where I'm heading to. I'm still a little, murky on that, but I'm learning and watching.
If you break it down to what you need to make, so are you still in the challenge or have you passed the challenge or no?
I'm still in the challenge.
Okay, so you're on stage 1 or 2.
I'm on stage one.
Okay, so you need to make $5,000, right?
Right. Right.
So if you want to pass the challenge if you grow your account 1% a day, you'll be done with stage one in 10 days. So 1% is what, $500, right?
Yeah.
So $500, break that up into the sessions. So if you can, I don't know where you live in the country, but I'm kind of like in the sweet zone and the sweet spot. Joel isn't too far off. We're kind of like in the same time zone. So I can catch the Asian trades and I can catch his early London trades. And we kind of both go to sleep at the same time. And then we get up at New York at the same time. So I'm like catching trades in all three sessions if I can. If I've closed out trades and it my risk allows me to take trades during the London session. Like if I don't have holdovers, then I'll take trades in the London session. But
Yeah. I've
break it
noticed.
down.
Yeah. What I've been doing was I have being conservative and doing like $300 a day is where I've been and pretty very consistent like that. As a matter of fact, last week actually had done over $300 a day. And
So
so I knew that if I kept that, it would be by November 8th where I would actually have the first stage completed.
on your
So,
in your trade locker or in your TradeX Mastery, what does it say your average trade is?
oh, I don't even know. I have to go back there and look.
Okay. So if you know what your average trade is, you can divvy up the $500 between the two sessions that you are awake for, like the New
Hmm.
York and the Asian. Most people in the US are
Oh,
awake for those.
I'm up for the London too. You
Okay.
know, I
So
stay up for the London because
break them.
I realize for me, London is about around 12:30 a.m., maybe about 1 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so if you're up for all three sessions, that's only $160, $166 per session to make
Hmm.
$500 a day. So just to break it down to the ridiculous of what you need to do, if he's throwing out up to five trades per session, that's 15
Right,
trades each set or for the entire day. You're
right,
not going to take all those, but even if you
right.
took two for each session, so you take the $166 and you divide it, let's say two, divide it by two, you're making 83. You need to make $83 on each trade, and you need to take 2 to 3 trades each session. So that's all your goal is to make $83.
Hmm.
Break it down just to the simple, easy. If you can
Right.
make $83 for two trades during the New York session, $83 for two trades during the Asian, uh, and two for the London, and maybe you get a third trade in the New York session or the Asian session, he throws out another tap to trade or something like that, then that's just like bonus and you'll be over your $500 goal limit for the day, your 1%.
Okay. My only my only challenge is the other factor of lot size. Because right now I'm doing was it is it 0.33 for the
I
lot
think that's
size?
on the flash trade. Yeah.
Exactly. So those numbers, I think I would have to change my lot size a little bit to get to the 83, I think. Is that right, Arthur?
Um, Not necessarily. You could probably get to the $83 from just hitting TP1 using that lot size.
Okay.
So if you
Um,
just looked at the trades and you were going to TP1 using the flash plan at 0.33 lot size, you can make $83 just going to TP1.
I gotta check that out again.
I know Joel
'Cause I
talks
usually-
about that chart, has that chart on his training, and I think one
yeah,
of them refers to something similar to what Arthur is saying.
yeah, and that's the part I was trying to understand because the last one I did, it was like a TP1, but it only came out to be about $50 or so. And I was trying to figure out, well, what is the difference? Why didn't it do what I thought it would do even more? So I think it's going to depend on the number of pips because he used on the first one he usually uses like 20 pips, and then the next one it goes up a little bit more, 50 or something like that. So I'm actually thinking that TP2 might be the one that actually gets that the figure that we're talking about.
Well, it
That
depends
sound
on
right?
it depends on the trade and what the market is doing. Sometimes he will do a 20 pip take profit one. Sometimes they'll
Right.
do a 30 pip take profit one.
Right.
If you're unsure and you're coming up short like 50 something dollars, set set the take profit in between take profit one and two. There's no rule in saying that you need to set it at one or two. You can put it right in between to get that
Right.
extra money.
Yeah, and see, and that's where I wasn't sure yet how many more pips that I needed to be able to get, exactly what I'm looking for.
I think
Right.
that's going to take experimentation, which is kind of what you're saying is, okay, it didn't work this time. What if I increase the TP, the difference between TP1 and TP2 to that point, or maybe take the lot size up zero point zero 0.01 or 2. So yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that's the kind of what I was thinking. Either I might increase my lot size to 0.34, and to see if that would make a difference. That was something I had been considering.
I would rather you increase the take profit instead of increasing your lot size because
Okay.
what it will do if you increase your lot size is it increases your risk, one,
Right.
and if you have to hold on to that trade longer, you can't get into another trade because you're
Well,
going to
right
be
now
at too much of a risk.
right now I'm only taking one trade.
Oh,
I know
okay.
I haven't opened up multiple trades yet. I don't
Okay.
feel that comfortable yet. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just take the one trade. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
sometimes if I have some trades that are winning and they're and I've moved the stop loss already above what my entry point is, at that
Hmm.
point I'll take more trades
Yeah.
because the other ones I'm just acting like they're not even there because they're a no lose situation.
Uh-huh.
Either I've moved the stop loss to over to like take profit one, so I'm going to profit on them no matter what. So I will take another trade that Joel will throw out, and I'll have multiple trades running. I'll have like five or six, sometimes eight.
Yeah.
I've sent
See,
Robert a video, and
Arthur,
I'm like, all
Arthur,
of them are
I,
going
I'm
up.
just not that good yet.
Got to
I'll
be
take, I'll
comfortable in
take
that
my,
skin.
right. I'll take my one and done.
I will only do that though if those are like a no risk situation. I'll take more trades if those are like no risk. It's not risking anything. I'm not losing anything. I'm already in profit and I've already moved my stop loss to where I will get a profit off of it, but I'll take
Mhm.
another trade because the market is just flying up.
Yeah. I'll get there.
All right, John, thank you so very much. And
All
this
right.
is what we love about the Ask Me Anythings like this is we get to share with share what's going on with everybody. So, John, thank you so very very much. Appreciate you.
Guys.
Uh,
Thanks.
let's see here. Let me do that. And now there was a question that Ed Medina posted in the chat. So just real quick answer. And by the way, Ed, thank you so very much for the super chat in YouTube. Again, that money will go to the organizations that Robert supports. And if you do want to support those organizations, the money will go directly there from Robert. Click the dollar sign at the bottom of the chat on YouTube, the dollar sign in the little box, and that money will go to Robert's organizations. A lot of it is the charities like orphanages. So he loves to help children. Don't we all? Ed, your question, I've been away for a while for personal reasons, so catching up. Is promoting the marketplace in biz op using your proven methods still viable, given the spotlight on Akashics at this time? Yes, of course it is. Absolutely. Do it, do it, do it. The bottom line is if you feel comfortable doing HempWorks, if you feel comfortable doing cosmecology, whichever, do it, promote it. Great products. That's the whole point behind My Daily Choice is you get to select your channel, your road, your avenue that you want to travel on. Yes, we're all excited about Akashics because of everything that is going on.
Well,
And
like Robert says, uh, people right now, if a lot of people, since the economy and the world and everything that's going on, uh, they don't have money to spend on the products and stuff. So to kind of
mhm.
get around that barrier, he has a way for them to make money so that they can spend money on the other products. But there is still a large portion of My Daily Choice that aren't in the trading at all. They promote Dream Trips or they promote HempWork still. They promote all the other things. But I think this is just kind of like the door and the gateway to the rest of My Daily Choice. It opens up everything.
Yes.
It solves the problem of, oh, I don't have money to buy that product. I don't have money to spend on the product and search for people that want to join the business. This like solves that. And you could go to people, hey, here's a way to make money. Also, all these other products that you can promote.
As Lisa Marie says in the chat, MDC is our vehicle.
Yep.
Whichever road you want to take, that's up to you. Cool. I hope that answers your question, Ed. Thank you very much. And again, thank you for the super chat. All right. I have hands up from Lisa Marie Cook, Kai Ao, and next up is the Jerome. Go ahead, Jerome, unmute yourself and please share with us.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Awesome.
Good.
Welcome, welcome.
Congratulations, Arthur. Congratulations, John. I'm doing great. Hi, everybody. We're doing great. Hey, I've been having issues with the tap to trade, and I know Kai's been talking with me about what's been going on. So I'm just holding. I'm just not right now till things get fixed. But I did make a huge mistake doing the the manual. I fully closed out one of my trades and it jacked me up because I was going really, really high. And I'm still in stage one, but I was going really high, with the tapping trade. So I was like, that's my, for me personally, that's my vehicle, and that's what I'm most comfortable with. I am watching the videos, of course, and I am watching the um, the live sessions with Joel. So that's so awesome. I'm excited. So, but my question what is the best way to get things moving again with the Acosta's issue? With the tap to trade, because especially when I took that big loss, I'm like, I'm a hold out, on the manual stuff until this tap trade, and I did send a ticket, but I haven't heard anything. So I didn't know if there's a special person to get in contact with it, but like, hey, what's going on, and so we get things moving, because I'm excited to get things moving again, but I'm not. I want to take baby steps like I was doing.
The issues that I have with it are right now when I'm trying to do it from the desktop and I click tap to trade, the screen just turns white, so it doesn't even like load for me to like accept the trade for some reason whenever a tap to trade comes through. So I pick up my phone and usually when I click the tap to trade, it just says success and I didn't even click approve or anything. So I have to like quickly log out and then I have to log back in and then I go to tap to trade and then I get the little thing to wait and I'm like, come on, come on, come on. And
Wheel
then
of
it goes
Death,
for like 10,
yes.
yeah, it goes for like 10 seconds. And then I get in there and I can adjust. I have to like adjust my lot size and click approve and I only had like 20 seconds left. So that's the only way that I've been doing it.
Yeah, me too.
You can download. I haven't tried it yet, but or recently with the issues. Um, but Akashics, if you open up like a web browser and go from your web browser, you can save the Akashics website as a web app on your phone.
Yeah,
So it works just
yeah,
like the site. Pretty snappy and quick. So if the app isn't working, and you have that on your phone,
yeah.
uh, the app will say like iMarket Stream. You click that, and
You,
then you could accept the tap to trade. Or the other thing that you can do is you could take the tap to trade and do like a manual trade if you missed it. A lot of times I was brushing my teeth last week and I was feeding the cats last week and I missed the tap to trade by like a minute and
right.
a half or 2 minutes. Well, I went in and I saw that a tap to trade came in from Joel and I was like, ah, crap, I missed it. So I went in and I set a manual trade for the same statistics that he
Settings.
sent over. Yep. for the same tick profit and stop loss, and I just did that trade manually. So when I got the notification in Telegram, he said, "Hey, close out the tap to trade." I just went and closed mine out.
Yeah.
So
The other thing is they were having some issues within the last week with the tap to trades because I noticed that there was a stream of days where they weren't even promoting it, and I checked the Telegram channel, and Joel was saying they're having some issues.
yeah,
So this was within the last couple of days before the week ended.
yeah, mine started last week. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry. My issue started last weekend because I was killing it. You know what I'm saying? I was just with the tap the trailer. I go in and within the first 5 seconds, hit approve, and I'm done. And it was going up, and then started having issues, and then did the like I said, I did the manual, and it was cool, and then it was my mistake. I fully closed out on one of my trades, on one of my pips, and it hit me hard. So I was like, oh darn, but I'm like, I'm gonna get back into it. But I just wanted, for me personally, I'm more comfortable right now with the tap trade because I want to go in and be like hit approve, within 10 seconds, and I'm out, and every time. So, and I do watch for the markets as well, for the Asian market and the London and the New York. So I do understand the squiggly lines and the trends and the cup, and that's pretty cool, But like I said, my big thing was I wanted to get the tap to trade working again so I could get back on the winning track. You know what I'm saying? So I was just wanting, just wanting to see if it was some workaround. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, so you can use the web app if you want, or log out of the app and then log back in. Or you can set the tap to trade manually on your phone. Like what I did when I missed it by like a minute and a half. I went in and just did a manual trade for what he sent the tap to trade for.
Yeah, because mine does when it was working, of course it does that, you successfully traded and so forth. You successfully approved. Now it says when I logged out and I delete the app and then I
Re-enter the information that you need to. Yeah.
yeah. I delete it and put it back, and then now it says error. It has an error message. So, and that's, like I said, that's since last weekend. So I didn't know what the heck was going on because, like I said, I was with the tap to trade for the most part. I was on the winning streak, So
yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I
still
was.
use the web app. Just if you have that issue, just go to the web app that's on your phone, the iMarket Stream. I click the web app, and then you can accept it from there, or you can just go to Trade Locker and set the trade manually.
yeah, I think I'm gonna do the trick because I have the trade locker. I think I'm gonna do is just go back to the lot size of 0.30, and then with what I'm using is the TP1 and then TP5.
Well, on the tap to trades, there is no TP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He only has one TP in there.
no, I'm talking about the manual. The manual
Okay.
trade
But I'm
locker.
saying when a tap to trade comes in and you can't accept it, because that's what you were saying, you can't accept it. Just go in and set a manual trade for the same thing that the tap to trade came in for. So just set the TP, the tick profit, and set the stop loss on a manual trade. You'll get a notification in Telegram saying that he'll put in Telegram, closed out the tap to trade, this many pips won. Or he'll say the tap to trade, that you guys lost it. But you'll know that because you'll be looking at your trade locker and be like, oh, I lost that one.
Right. So when even on the tap to trade on the Caucasus, I could go ahead and manually put in the TP.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you have an issue getting the tap to trade, just go to Trade Locker, put in the same thing that he put in. Just put one trade in, put the lot size that you want, and just let the trade run, and then you'll get a notification. Just watch out for Telegram. He'll like send out a notification, close out the tap to trade, 80 pips profit or 60 pips
Right.
profit,
Right.
and then just open Trade Locker and close it out.
It fully closes out basically.
Yeah,
Right.
just
What
close
he's
it out.
saying is you can manually close it out, especially if he closes it out before it hits the tap to trade, because that's the thing about the automatic.
Right.
But you can also let it ride to hit the the take profit, which makes it an automatic because it'll automatically close.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do for now on. Is, like I said, with the TP1 and TP5, because it closes out automatically, especially that TP5. So, okay, I'll just do that then. All
Cool.
right.
Jerome, thank you. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you.
Craig, thank you, Arthur. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. Let's see. Okay, take a look at some beautiful faces for a moment here. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on this Saturday. It's great. I mean, that we get this chance to kind of chat, talk about things, and share, and that's what I'm loving too. And Arthur, again, thank you so much for being our mentor when it comes to
You're
this,
welcome.
because it really helps you understand it, and I love the way that you relate it to people, because like Robert says, there are people that talk trade knees, and it's not quite the same as Jerome-ese or Jamie-ese or Peter and Linda-ese. I mean, so thank you so much for appreciating that or helping us on that. All right, Kai, are you still wanting to share with us, or are you good? Because I know you would have been next. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. All right, Lisa Marie, you're coming up. So hang in there, please. Go ahead, Kai, unmute, and please share with us.
Thank you, everybody. Wow, convention. Who did not have a dry eye at the end of the evening?
Who went to the convention?
I left early though.
Okay.
Did you make it on your plane on time?
Yeah, I had 20 minutes to spare.
Okay, good. We were all really worried about that. But oh my God, I mean, sitting right in front of, right next to Robert and seeing Terry cry, just the surreal moment, the energy that in that dinner table that night was just wow. I'm glad I did not follow orders and showed up. That's all I had to say. Still, I was literally told, like, you shouldn't go to this convention. You're walking gimped. You're in serious pain. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm going. See ya. Pick me up later.
So it looked like it was a very fun convention. And of course, Robert and Terry getting that very special Mega Million award.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I think that whole entourage of the Hollis team just bum rushed into the front. We just, words cannot describe it.
Yeah, as Scott McAvoy says, he was crying while videoing. So
oh my God. We were all crying that night. And I'm sitting right next to Robert. And he's like getting teary-eyed. I'm getting teary-eyed. It was just like this bump.
That's what's so amazing about this company and this group is that, yes, it's a company, and you can say what you want about companies and how they don't care about the little people. But what I love about Jenna and Josh and this company is they do. Yes, they're a company. But then when you also look at the people who we follow, Robert, for example, I would even say Joel Arias is the same way, because he sounds, when you listen to him, if you listen to him for the first time, he sounds like he's very matter of fact, very straightforward, and no bullshit. But you know what? That's because he's gotten where he's gotten by being who he is, and he does care about each and every one of us. And having that kind of community to be around and to benefit from is just an incredible feeling, whether you're there or not.
And I mean, look who we are all in this AMA. Who are we all mirroring now? Who have
Mm-hmm.
we all evolved? Just this session alone. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm seeing everybody like just helping everybody out with like knowledge, instructions, and the whole smorgasbord of success, knowledge. I've been in network marketing since 2003, and I have never ever seen a community or even experienced a community, whether it be a convention or online, to, you know, have that kind of support.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know, I mean, people don't realize how blessed and lucky we are. I mean, down to Akashics, you got support all over the place. I've been in day trade. I've done trading before. My God, it was a 6 to 9 job. What we have with Akashics, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
And it's just mind blowing. And a lot of it, I think, what has evolved now for all of us right now, especially with this conversation today, or this AMA session today, is mindset. You change your mindset, you change your life. Whether it be trading, whether it be selling products, or of experiencing the products, whether it be, just sitting back and watch,
Mm-hmm.
something will naturally evolve. I mean, look at our Akashics accounts.
Yeah, they're on their way up.
Yeah. And all we do is win.
Yep. Well, we don't always win. Let's say that. But we're about
in my
what?
Mind, it's a win.
It's a win. Yeah. No, I just anybody who's watching this for the first time, you don't get 100% win out of it.
No,
but I would say
no.
we're getting about. What did you say that at least on Joel's side, Arthur, his win ratio is about 80-something%?
Right now he's at like an 84%, but he's been at an 80% too. So anywhere from 20 to 25% of the time, you're going to have losing trades.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there's our yin and yang, so to speak.
Absolutely. I mean, we've all had experienced some losing trades. My God, Tuesday was a bloodbath.
Yes, it was. That was my big loss day too. So,
yeah.
But that's it. You have to take as much as we want. Like I said, as much as. By the way, you prompted that response in the Telegram that I posted, Kai, and thank you so much, because sometimes you need to do that. Where yes, you love the greens, but you got to take a few reds while you're taking those greens too.
Absolutely. I mean, I was just blown away, and I got to the point where, like, Craig, please help. These people need to calm down. They need to like sit in the corner or something, because this is out of control.
Yeah.
Calm
I appreciate
down.
you sharing that.
Calm down, girl.
It is a lot about
who we're talking about, but
yeah, it is a lot about patience. It really is. Yes. And especially if you look at the Akashics community app and you look on one of those some of those other tabs and channels, it's like,
oh my God.
It's like, no, I'm not going there. I only look at those oftentimes because I just want to hear what the community is doing. And sometimes, actually, I've gotten some really good answers by looking at their tap to trade community, their gold community, and their help community. But there are a lot of people that
I don't help out from them, and I practically muted that whole channel.
Yeah, I don't even go to those. I don't even go to those channels.
Yeah.
And you'll notice if it's in the Trade Stars group, I'll delete those messages. If I see them, I'll delete them.
I've been doing the same myself.
No, I'll delete them out of the Telegram, so you won't even see them.
Yeah, Arthur is also an admin in the group, so
yeah, I'll delete those messages.
Amen. Yeah. I'm afraid my blood pressure will go up.
You've got 4 admins in our Trade Stars Telegram, and Arthur we're really happy to have Arthur as being one of them.
Thank you very much, Arthur. Much appreciated. And I think one of the biggest things that we all really need to take away from with this AMA session is don't be afraid to take a little risk. Like for example, like Thursday, I made a mistake. Like I ended up taking, I mean, because we all didn't have any tactic trades, and my hands were itching. So I did a manual trade, and I was like, okay, let's just do this. I accidentally did a second manual trade without realizing it.
Oh.
Well, here's the caveat: both were green. So
Okay,
I was
good.
happy. I was really happy.
And you were probably sweating and wiping your brows like, oh, thank God.
Yes. And then yesterday I decided to like, okay, maybe let's try the same thing as I did last night. It's 3 o'clock. I mean, that trade came in what, around 3 o'clock-ish? Arthur, do you remember? 2:30, 3 o'clock Eastern
I was
time?
asleep. I was asleep.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, okay, it's going to get sluggish anyways. Let's try and play around and see how this works. If it worked last night, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. The lot size wasn't too big, so it wasn't big of a loss. And that's like, okay, let's give it a shot. Oh, God forbid, I lost $6.73.
I think what you're
Whatever.
saying, Kai, is really good because now I'm going to just make this my own personal recommendation. You should know all the various plans that Joel is involved with.
Yes.
And you should learn how to do those. And probably the best way, as Arthur stated earlier, master the master trading plan. First and foremost, learn or just go ahead and take the tap to trades because you learn by that patience, in my opinion.
I just simply
and
copy and pasted and just went from there. Unfortunately, I closed both accounts way too early because it was soaring up all the way up to 450.
But you don't know that.
I didn't know that, but I really had no choice. I got to leave my destination. There's going to be shoddy Wi-Fi or shoddy whatever 5G because I'm in Bloomington, Indiana, and it's like, all right, we're going to bite the bullet.
I've had to do that a couple of times too. Yeah.
So I mean, one account was a positive, one account was a negative. You round it up together. I was like, oh God, I lost $6.73. Big deal, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
agreed, Daniel. That is risk management.
And not take those losses so seriously.
Yeah. What I was going to finish saying, let me really quick wrap this up because I had the two. I'm going to try the flash plan. When I get to a certain level to see, now that I'm in the positive, now when I'm in the negative, I'm going to hold off on that. I won't feel, let's say, if you want to try it, great. If you feel comfortable doing it. I didn't feel comfortable when I was negative doing anything but the tap to trades and the master plan. Now that I'm on the positive on stage 2, I'm going to try this next week one or two of the flash plans and see how they work, given when Joel puts out a trade alert. And of course, we haven't even seen what the new stuff is going to be anyways from Akashics because it hasn't come out yet. So who knows what the changes are going to be. But I think that if you understand and at least even take it for a small amount, like maybe reducing the stop loss on a flash plan, cutting the stop loss in half based on what Joel is sharing with us, taking the appropriate lot size, and then maybe the TP1, stopping at TP1, see how that works and see how you feel comfortable with it. Because that's the whole point of learning how to do these things. You got to do it.
Yes.
I don't know if I would cut them. I don't know if I would cut the stop loss in half.
I'm just saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Arthur.
Gold wants to breathe and move, as what Joel says.
Right.
It will move to 100 pips. So you need that room for it to breathe. Otherwise, if it goes down and it's wanting its room to breathe, it's going to hit your stop loss and you're going to have more losses, I believe.
Okay. I like that idea too.
And that's what I did with Thursday with that mistake, was using the flash plan. So at the same time, it worked Thursday, didn't exactly work yesterday. So, just don't be afraid to take chances. Just follow your gut
Exactly.
instincts.
And I agree, Daniel, cut your lot size.
Hmm.
So, okay. Very good. Anything else, Kai?
Nope, nope, nope. Just hope to see everybody next year in convention in Atlanta, Georgia.
Sounds good. Thank you
I,
so much, Kai. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And again, thank you all so much for joining us today on this Ask Me Anything. I love the conversations that we're having because this relates to every single one of us. Now, obviously, if you have a different question, feel free to ask. But as of right now, I see Lisa Marie's hand up. So, Lisa Marie, let's go ahead and go right on over to you. Go ahead, unmute, and please share with us.
Hey guys. Uh, Arthur, first of all, I want to thank you for all the social media you've been putting out there for us to use. That's exceptional. So thank you
You're
for that.
welcome.
Um, it- I know you and I have had a few conversations about this, and I apologize. And there's something I'm just not taking from these plans. And before you tell me go watch that video again, I am on number 6. Thank you. I'm watching it like the 6th time because it's just driving me freaking nuts because I'm not catching this one thing. And I know it's not just me because this is the number one question that I get asked. Okay, so if the whole purpose of TTTs, the tap to trade, is so that you don't have to know anything. You don't have to follow any plan, although he does do the flash plan with the TTTs, but you don't have to follow a plan. Is that correct?
You don't follow a plan, but you still want to use proper risk management.
Right.
So right
Okay.
now, the tap to trades come in at 1%, which is big, especially for the flash plan. So reduce that lot size down to what Joel recommends when you're using the flash plan.
Mm-hmm.
So on a $50,000 account, what was it, 0.33 lots, something
Yeah,
like
it
that?
was 0.33. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So on a $50,000 account, you would instead of uh, the lot size being 0.50, which is what the tap to trade will come in, you just adjust lot size, change it to 0.33, click approve on the tap to trades. So you still want to use proper risk management on the tap to trades.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you do have a loss, which he had 3 this week, uh, they can be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. Yeah. Now, if you're doing the tap to trade, does that mean that you can't do any of the other trade?
No, no, you can do the other trade alerts. You can take as many trades as you want, but really you want to use proper risk management. If you have a tap to trade open and you only have one trade and it's that tap to trade, you can feel comfortable opening up another trade from a trade alert if the risk allows it. So you don't want to get close to your daily drawdown.
Mm-hmm.
So your daily drawdown on are you on a 50,000? No, you're on a $200,000 account, right?
I lost my 50, but I still got the 25 and the 200.
Okay, so if you're on a $200,000 account, your daily drawdown is $10,000. So you don't want to even come close to that.
Right.
So if you're adjusting your lot size down to for you, it would be like zero point 0.7.
See, I think my lot sizes are too small because I am like freaking out even at point one, but that is about the big I've used point
If you're
one
on a
five. It's the
$200,000
biggest.
account, I would probably use anywhere from a zero point 0.6 to zero point 0.7 on the tap to trades.
Okay. All
Because you're
right.
still below that 50%, because 50% would be one lot size. So you're still
Mm-hmm.
below that. You're using proper risk management, and you're going to win 80 to 85% of those tap to trades. So you'll
Okay.
see a larger profit coming from that if you're using proper risk management. If you are, if you're using that lot size and you're doing The master plan is the most conservative, so you're going to be using an even smaller lot size than that to take a trade alert.
Well, see, and I've got to be honest, I have not stuck to one of the plans. It's like his tap to trade comes out, I want to take that. You know what I mean? Then he comes out with a trade alert and I want to take that, you know. So
Well, sometimes the trade alert will come out at the same time as a tap to trade. So they're the same trade. So in that instance, you wouldn't take the trade alert, you just do the tap to trade because he's going to handle it.
okay.
Uh, but in other times, he'll just do a trade alert and not a tap to trade. Uh, if you have
What is the difference, Arthur? I mean, what is the difference in his mind? Do you know what I mean?
uh, some people are using different plans. So if he's sending out a trade alert, people can use the flash plan or the master plan on that,
Okay.
or the reversal he doesn't really use.
Yeah,
But
I've not seen anybody. Is anybody using that you know of?
no, the reversal plan would be good, I think, when the market is kind of, I guess they call it chop, or it's just going up and down, kind of sideways.
Consolidating. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's just going sideways. So it's going up maybe $5, down $5, up $5, down $5. Um, that would be a good time to use that reversal plan.
Okay.
Um, because it's
So
kind
the
of,
tap and trades can be used amongst any of the plans then. See,
yes.
that's I was getting confused
Now,
with
when you
that.
say plans, you're talking about like the 5K plan or the 10K plan, the 25K plan, or what?
No, the
I was just
master
talking
plan
about the trading plans.
slash
Right.
Just
plan.
think
No,
of
I want to
the
make
just
sure that people understand that because, um, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
just think of the tap to trade as a trade that you don't have to worry about.
Okay.
Just use proper risk management. You don't have to worry about that. If you only have that open and he throws out a trade alert 20 minutes later because the
Mm-hmm.
price has dropped below that tap to trade, then you can feel comfortable taking that trade alert, but use the master plan on the trade alert because I believe you're still in your challenge. So master the master plan first,
Okay.
because you need to get all those trades under your belt and in your mind to getting the flow of how trades go, how to move
Mm-hmm.
the stop loss, and how to get the wins, and also experience those losses and get a handle on your emotions during that phase. So you need to
Yeah.
get the consistency going and you need to get the patience to take all those trades. You're going to take like 500 trades throughout your challenge
I
using
have
the master plan.
already. I have taken that many.
Okay.
So yeah. So what's my problem, right?
No, you're not. The problem is that you weren't sticking to the plan because
Right.
I've talked to you and I know you
Right.
weren't sticking to the plan.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Something I want to share too that you brought this up. Let me share my screen. This is, let's see. Whoop. I don't know what. Hold on a second. Let me. That's not what I wanted to share.
So, can I ask
This
you
is what
another
I want to
question
share.
while who's looking? Oh, okay.
Here we go. If you go into your TradeX Mastery account, you can see right here in the middle of the screen your account balance for the day, what your total P&L is, and it says realized wins and losses. It gives you kind of a scorecard of how your trades are to your losses, or your winnings to your losses. But I find this as being a very important number here. Today's permitted
Yes.
loss, $1,276.08. So as you are managing your account on a daily basis, as to lose this challenge that I'm on, I would have to have a total loss greater than $1,276. And then I'm done. So that is, I believe, Arthur, what you're kind of saying in managing your daily loss. And
Yes.
here's a perfect example of your numbers. And I would always use that. And it's part of the active challenges on the TradeX Mastery account. And take a look at that. Even if you every day, so that
Yeah.
you know where you're at. So you can take, your $500 loss, and not that it's not going to hurt, but you'll know that at least in this case with my numbers, I know that I've got a $700 buffer zone that if I decided another tap and trade, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
whether I do it or not is my own mindset, but I do know that based on the challenge, and each challenge is different because I think, Arthur, you have a higher permitted loss because you're on $100,000, or even you, Lisa Marie, depending on your account, whether you have a 10K, 25K, 50, 100, or 200K. Your permitted daily loss is different,
Right. For
and it
sure.
adjusts on your daily balance. That's the other thing.
Is it a good idea not to be using multiple challenges when you are? I mean, because I can bop back and forth and
Uh,
take, do
I
you know
would
what I'm saying?
focus. I would focus on just one of them for now.
At least till you pass one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
focus on one. Focus on the $100,000 one, and then when you get good and you pass, then you can switch back and forth to get some wins on the other challenge,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
get that one ready.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I did notice today you or one of your posts or something you had mentioned that it's easier to win this challenge on a bigger account. And I was thinking just the opposite because on a $10,000 account, you only have the first stage is only $1,000. Second
no, I
stage,
didn't say it was
100.
easier to win the challenge on a larger account. I said it's easier to get $1,000 day if you have a larger account.
Oh, gotcha.
The
Okay.
Yes, he did.
percentages
Yeah.
on all of
Okay.
the challenges are still going to be the same. You have to grow at
Hmm.
10% for the stage one, and then you have to grow at another 5% on stage two with 5 active trading days in each stage. So the fastest you can complete it is in 10 days. But if you're growing at 1% a day, uh, then you're going to take 10 days to pass stage one. You're going to take 5 days to pass stage two. So the quickest that I did it was in 15 days, or actually
Hmm.
13 days, because I finished early my second phase, 2 days early.
Right.
But
Right.
that's the quickest that I was able to do it.
But
Uh,
but but regardless, I gotta grow mine $20,000.
exactly.
That's freaking huge.
It's
It's
not that big if you break it down. That's only $2,000 a day on a,
only
yeah, it's not that much. Um, if you break that up into, I don't know if you're trading in all 3 sessions. If you're
I
only trading it,
have, but I have. I've been trying to stick to just one because I don't need to be in 15 trades a day. I don't.
well,
You
you're
know,
not in 15 trades a day because some of those are closing out. When those close out, you can open up new trades when they come along.
right. Yeah.
So if you just break up that $2,000 into the New York session and the Asian session, most people in the US are awake during those 2 sessions,
Hmm.
then you only need to make $1,000 during the New York session or Asian session. So you break up that $1,000 with how many trade alerts or tap to trades he's sending out. Most this last week he was sending out like 3 tap to trades in one session, which is
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Uh, and if you throw in there a trade alert, if you just took his 3 tap to trades, just for example,
Hmm.
you would easily make over the $1,000 just off of those 3 in that session.
That's wild. And we did figure out what I was doing wrong. I was partialing out my trades all the way through.
Yeah, you're
All
not
the way
supposed to do that.
through. I'd have like 4 or 5 partials on every trade. No wonder I wasn't making no big bucks, you know?
Yeah,
Okay. All
But
right.
chalk it up to learning, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. I think I got it. Thanks, you guys.
you're
Appreciate
welcome.
you.
Thank you very much. And let's see. All right, we're going to do that. Um, okay, I don't see anybody else with questions. Arthur, do you have anything else you want to wrap up for with today or
I would just say if people focus on sticking to the trading plans and try to do it exactly how Joel says, stick to proper risk management, I mean, that's the one reason why you're seeing so much success in the Trade Stars group is people are sticking to the plan, using proper risk management, and they're passing their challenge.
Agreed. And it's also because we're following the documented people and we are learning from the documented people.
Earning and learning.
I like it. Cool. Well, all right, Arthur, thank you so much. And thank you for letting us pick your brain today. It's,
No problem.
with everything that we do and everything that we learn, it's incredible. And, you've taken the ball and run with it with our group. And so, everybody give a nice big hand to Arthur because, he's definitely our GPS to success right now in Akashics. And just love and appreciate you, Arthur. And thank you so much for sharing all of the great information that you've learned and helping us to learn that.
No problem.
Cool. All right. Well, that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I did post, for those of you that are watching, the links in the chats to the Learn from the Experts recent version that we did with Robert and Joel Arias, plus the playlist of Joel Arias, which kind of includes an older version of the Learn from the Experts, but still valuable videos to watch. And we want you to really take a look at those. That's the only way you're going to learn, is learn by doing. And as we have shared today, everybody who has shared, John Tier, Jerome Marshall, Kai Al, Lisa Marie, Ed Medina, thank you very much for your question. Of course, Arthur Wainio. Gosh, what amazing Ask Me Anything that we have had. Please take it to heart. Watch this video again if you need to kind of think about it. Maybe you forgot something, maybe you missed something. Watch it again. I know I do that when I miss something. It's like, oh, dang, my hand didn't write enough, or it cramped up in the middle of that. So watch it again if you need to. But definitely, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us on the Ask Me Anything. If you want to download the information that we have shared in the chats, go ahead and click on the 3 dots in the meeting chat if you're watching on Zoom. Click the 3 dots in the meeting chat, then click on Save Chat, and all that will download to your computer at the conclusion of this Zoom. If you're watching us on YouTube, we'll download those links in the post description as soon as we are done so that you have it there. And of course, give us a thumbs up, please. We appreciate you. We love you. We want to help grow the channel and reach out to people with ears to hear. And we just got more things coming, especially when Robert gets back from Dubai. And I'm sure he's going to have next week on Ask Me Anything a lot to share with us. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to seeing each and every one of you again. One more shout out. I know he's not with us today, but got to give a shout out to Matt Hollis for being our foundation, our executive producer. Matt, thank you so very, very much. We appreciate you. We love you. And now, until next time, everyone, please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye for now. I'm going to go ahead and click the unmute button so that we can all say so long and have a great weekend.
So long.
Guys.
Bye, guys.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Arthur.
Thanks, guys. Bye, guys.
Thank you all so much.
God bless you all.
Arthur, Arlene, Jerome, Peter and Linda, Jamie, Kai, Karen, Peter and Linda again, Daniel, Melody, Mike, Peter and Linda all over the place. Thank you guys all so very much. You make this possible. All right. Take care and have a great